An interpreter.
Can you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover. Yeah.
Cool Cigars with Blish and Blake, starring Blish Parson, and also starring Blake McIntyre. Grab a stogie and light it up with the fellas. Smoking cigars is cool and nice. Smoke a cigar with Blish and Blake on Cool Cigars with Blish and Blake.
Because I come from the land of plenty. And he said, oh, you come from a land of plenty.
Exterior, Blake's porch, night. Blake is where he usually is. Blake. Why hello, Blish, missing in action, Parson. Exterior, Blish's porch. Moments later, there he is, looking somewhat disheveled.
I lost my device. I could not find the device. My legendary epic man cave was so full of freshly puffed tobacco smoke that it seemed as if I was hosting a spooky Halloween party of my very own. Fog machines. I had to give it a week before I could find the device.
Blake, that is what I thought. Wise words from the proverbial internet enigma. Let us now get down to business here. What are we blasting today, and how masculine are you currently feeling?
I told you I have not puffed, sucked, smoked, toked, blasted, or long ashed in a bad boy in essentially a week's time at this point.
Blake, in shock. Wow. I will just pretend I never heard that. Anyway, here is an advertisement of some sort. Insert footage not found title card. Blake, continued. Looks like all of our sponsors have pulled their advertisements. Thanks to you, I'm sure.
Thank you to you. I am once again asking.
Blish, actually, Barson, it's almost the curfew time.
Yeah, and child support was due like several minutes ago. If you are not busy.
Sorry, Blake. I keep forgetting I have been married so many times. Sometimes it is just confusing to me.
Shane Clifford has entered the chat. Please welcome comedian Shane Clifford from Ireland.
Why, hello, Blish missing in action Barson.
I lost my device. I could not find the device. My legendary epic man cave was so full of freshly puffed tobacco smoke that it seemed as if I was hosting a spooky Halloween party of my very own. Fog machines. I had to give it a week before I could find the device.
That is what I thought. Wise words from the proverbial internet enigma. Let us now get down to business here. What are we blasting and how masculine are you currently feeling?
I told you I have not puffed, sucked, smoked, toked, blasted, or long ashed in a bad boy in essentially a week's time at this point.
Wow, I will just pretend that I never heard that. Anyway, here's an advertisement of some sort.
Hey, guess honestly what? This is an announcement in regards to a cool fan contest. Check it out. Here's Steely Dan.
Hello, Blish and Blake. My name is Steely Dan, and I love smoking cool cigars. I think I'd be a perfect candidate for your show, a guest, if you will, because I simply love puffing epic stogies. See, my only regret in life is not starting sooner. I was only 6 years old, and a lot of 6-year-olds don't appreciate a fine Cuban, but that was my introduction. My father, he gave me a hit of his fat Cuban on a fishing trip. Only 6 years old. I was already an aficionado by the time I was 8. Well, what else is there to say? I've walked the walk. I've talked the actual talk. My name is Steely Dan, and I approve my own message.
And also here is Redford Aker-Stowe.
Hey, just want to give a shout out to the realest homies who have ever lived, Blish and Blake, and their cool ass show about cigars. I love cool cigars, so I love tuning into this show every time it's on. I just wanted to share some shit with you guys. I got some shit from the captain's cupboard, you know what I mean? Yeah. Pops brought me back one of these from the communist dictatorship of Cuba. I'm gonna enjoy the shit out of that tonight, boys. Not to mention, I got a few cigarillos, little cigarillos, just to enjoy by myself, maybe in the afternoon, when I'm trying to, get away from my wife and the kids. Just want some time to myself, smoke my cool ass cigars. Hope this finds you well, boys.
comment on the post who you think deserves the most to appear on an episode of Cool Cigars with Blish and Blake.
Looks like all of our sponsors have pulled their advertisements. Thanks to you, I am sure. Whoa, Shane! Your wife lets you blast Cool Cigars inside of the house?
Whoa, Shane. Hi, it is me, Blimsh Barton from the website Called by Twitter.
No, I'm a bachelor. That's why I'm allowed to do these kind of things. You know, I live my life one epic stogie at a time. I smoke cool cigars outside the house. I smoke cool cigars inside the house. I blast cool cigars wherever the damn hell I want to. It's my civic duty to blast cool cigars at all times.
Whoa, Shane! Legendary comedian Shane Clifford. Let me ask you something. Blish Barson is so obsessed with this virus thing. Me personally, this really cool boy I follow on Twitter says it's created inside of a lab. I trust his judgment because I've seen his Hobby Lobby built man cave, and he dresses impossibly cool. Any thoughts?
The virus is real. Why does everything have to be a conspiracy with you people? You know? I mean, isn't it enough? Isn't it outlandish enough that it started from a bat that bit some sort of porcupine, and then that was eaten in a soup, and some guy got sick, and then he passed it to his wife and his son, and he passed it to his uncle, and he passed it to his nephew and his local teacher of the arts, and then that's spread around the world. Isn't that not outlandish enough that you have to qualify it with a sort of a sophomoric obsession with the underworld of sort of hangover from Illuminati? You know, I have to listen to this when I'm in here inside in a tiny box by myself. I don't have anybody. All I have is I don't have my uncle. All I have is me, my cat, and the virus outside trying to knock its way in. And I have to listen to you people talk about conspiracies. I don't even know what a Hobby Lobby is.
FRIEND. That is what we honestly love to see.
Wow, Shane, very own Clifford. Sounds like you and Blish Barson could become best friends and also roommates. Blish.
Well, Blake, I'm sorry you're so sourpuss on the whole thing. That is something that we honestly hate to see, especially in these honestly trying times.
Blish Barson, what have I done? It seems to me that my friends are also dying on the left and also dying on the right. What has my ignorance done to my very own soul at this point?
Shelter inside of the place, making actually meals.
Psych! That was super early April Fool's joke. This Corona the beer, the virus, is faker than a unicorn and a dragon making out on a bed made of epic bacon.
As I was saying, shelter inside of the... As I was saying, shelter inside of the...
Blish, and I cannot stress this enough, Barson, your pasta meal has grown cold, soggy, and sloppy. Get over here and eat this meal before I throw your humidors inside of the fireplace.
Missing in action? More like blushing in action. I'm back, baby.
Blish Barson, whatever pray tell do you mean?
Missing in action? More like blushing in action. I'm back, baby. I'm going up on the roof for an epic smoke sesh. Missing in action? More like blushing in action. I'm back, baby.